Welcome everybody to um, This Week in Wrestling. I'm your host, Bobbitt. Before we get started with the festivities, we like to send our condolences to the family of Mr. Mean Gene Oker. So yeah, we got a big show for you tonight, guys. We're talking about everything and anything wrestling tonight. Joining me tonight is asshole of the year. Well, he acts like he is. The Cold Bone. What's going on, Cold Bone?
How am I the asshole of the year? I should have been asshole of the year. I don't pretend to be the asshole. I am the asshole. Asshole. How's it going, guys?
Joining him, as always, is the lovely Tat. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. We also have Wendy.
Yeah, she can't talk yet.
I know.
She is stretching right now, though.
That she is doing.
Also, we have the Sinister One. How you tonight?
Well, let me tell you something. You may be the goddamn asshole, but you're still a cunt. No.
Whatever. Whatever.
And also, we have Trek. Oh, wait. No, we don't. He's not here tonight.
We won't have Trek tonight. I will throw out. Oh, I've seen the Mean Gene stuff. It's sad that he passed away. I don't have a favorite moment from Mean Gene, to be honest with you. I liked Mean Gene, but I'm not going to sit here and say he was the greatest ever. Who knows? There might be somebody that comes along. There might be somebody that comes along and is better. I'm not saying right now he is, but there is somebody that might come along and be better. I'm not going to shit on Mean Gene Okerlund. It's not what I'm going to do. Sad to see him pass away. He was one of the greats. That's all I'm going to say. Johnny, what about
so, I've got to step away for a few minutes. So I'm going to all right. Now, so we'll have a good discussion between these two about this. AEW is officially a thing. Yeah, give y'all thoughts about it.
Okay, thanks, Bobbitt.
Thanks for leaving us with a fucking cliffhanger.
Fucking asshole. Anyway, Johnny, what do you got? Mean Gene? You like Mean Gene? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, Mean Gene was kind of like my. I grew up on Mean Gene.
I did too. That's why I'm not gonna shit on it.
You know, honestly, my favorite moment usually were some of his fuck ups.
Yeah, those were funny. I watched one today with Wendy Richter.
Oh yeah, he couldn't hold back the laugh. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, there's moments there. He had good. I'm not like I said. I'm not gonna like I said. He's one of the greats. That's all I can say. I mean, Gordon Soley was good too.
Right. Well, I think the thing is that, especially with our generation, a lot of people grew up, and Mean Gene is kind of like was the standard.
I understand. I mean, I grew up with Gordon Soley. I grew up with Mean Gene. They were all around at the same time. Gordon Soley doesn't get enough credit because he was in a lesser known entity.
Right.
So a lot of people. I love Gordon Soley. I would put him and Mean Gene 1A, 1B. I loved Gordon Soley. Gordon Soley could give an interview with the best of them.
Right. Well, and see, that's probably where I've never seen or actually this is the first time I remember hearing about the guy. So
Gordon Soley? Oh my God,
yeah.
He was with I can't remember NWA. It was with WCW. He did a lot of WCW stuff. But he did.
Well, then I probably don't remember him.
Yeah, he was in AWA for a little bit, but he was really good, and I enjoyed Gordon Solie. I think that he had the voice. Mean Gene, he had the voice too. He had that.
He had the broadcaster's voice.
He had that booming voice that
Yeah.
A lot of his stuff was comedy, but essentially it wasn't, because he was so good at it. He made something comedy seem like it was like when a heel came to talk to him, he'd be all up in the heel's face, asking him the question. He's like, Hulk Hogan's here, and he's just one of those things. But I mean, yeah.
Right. Well, I think the thing is why they, and rightfully so, that he's held in such high regard. He's arguably one of the most recognizable voices.
Yeah. Well, of course he is.
In wrestling. I mean, you don't have to be even looking at a screen and you just hear his voice and you automatically know it's Mean Gene.
Yeah.
Just like with Gorilla.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it. It's sad to see him go. But at the same time, I mean, the guy lived to 76. I mean, that's a pretty good life.
Yep. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I've seen out there, and again, I'm not shitting on it. But people saying, they're going like, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? The guy was 76 years old. I mean, he was old. I'm not saying he was going to die tomorrow, but god damn, people are acting like he was fucking murdered and shit. It's like, easy, people. The guy died I think he died in his sleep, if I remember correctly. So it's like, calm down, people. Nobody, like, I mean, we weren't expecting it, but, it's one of those things. I don't want to shit on it. Everybody's probably like, God, JT's a fucking asshole. Well, I am an asshole, but I'm trying not to be in this situation. I'm really not. I enjoyed Mean Gene. I thought he was great. Him and Hulk Hogan had a chemistry that you wouldn't believe.
Arguably one of his best interviews.
Yes. In fact,
him and Ric Flair, Gene and Hogan and Gene and Flair were probably the two best.
Yeah.
Pairings.
Yes. And I can't remember who interviewed. There was another one that interviewed Ric Flair, and I want to say it was Tony Schiavone. Jim Ross interviewed him. He was a good interview with Jim Ross, in my opinion, to be honest with you. I mean, watching him on WCW, I mean, Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone gave him good lead-in questions to let him just go. And I'm talking about Ric Flair. But, so Monday night, Raw, Hulk Hogan will be there.
Oh, God.
Well, no, hold on. But he's going to talk about Mean Gene Okerlund. Because you got to think about this. People say, oh my God, Hulk Hogan. Why fucking Hulk Hogan? Well, Hulk Hogan and Mean Gene are like peas and carrots to me.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. Oh, sorry. Oh. I'm not saying, oh God, here we go, that he, with the fact that he's going to be there. I'm going, oh my God, here we fucking go, because all the fucking Twitter twats.
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh my God, Hulk Hogan's going to be
up in arms about it until fucking Monday, and then Tuesday, nobody's going to give a shit.
No. So yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't mind it, because I think of them two as peas and carrots. They go together.
Right.
So, but let's get to the task at hand. I am actually watching Wrestle Kingdom 13 as we speak. I am at the 3-man tag team match, where it's a 6-man tag team championship match. And so,
I'm not smoking a cigarette, Trek. I'm still fucking sick, you goddamn moron. That's why I'm not on cam.
Hey, also 4 words for you, Trek. Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Anyway.
So we're going to talk about All Elite Wrestling. Bobbitt left us with a hanger.
With that one.
So we're going to talk about All Elite Wrestling. I'm watching Wrestling Kingdom as we speak. It's been a good show. It's been all right. It hasn't been great. The best match so far has probably been Zack Sabre Jr. and Ishii. But, yeah. All Elite Wrestling. We know that it is a thing. We know that one of the Khan brothers, who co-owns the Jacksonville Jaguars, invested $100 million of his own money into what they're doing. That being said, what does that do with, like, a Kenny Omega? Or, because I know Kenny Omega loses already. Where is he going to go? Is he going to go to WWE? Is he going to go to AEW? We'll get into that. And I'll tell you my thoughts on it. Honestly, I'm gonna do that now. Honestly, if I was Kenny Omega, because he has no stake in the company, I would barter with him. Because WWE, I know they already offered him a multi-million dollar a year deal. So
yeah, I did hear about that today.
So are the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes going to say, yeah, we're going to give you that money? But here's the thing, and I've said this, and it's been stated by both Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, wherever he goes, I go. So Kota Ibushi, if he leaves and goes to WWE, guess where Kenny Omega's going? He's going to WWE. Them two are best friends.
I don't necessarily care about...
Go ahead.
You know, and maybe it's because I haven't watched a lot of Kenny Omega stuff. I'm not going to lie that he's a really good wrestler. But honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care either way. Because, look, we can talk about this. Oh my God, if they get Kenny Omega, they're better than WWE already. He's in New Japan. Is New Japan better than WWE already? Are they making more than WWE is? Are they more successful than WWE? Not really. I mean, they're successful. They're more known than what they were. But I wouldn't say they're more successful.
I mean, you can make the argument that it's a better product.
I'm not going to say it's not. What I'm saying is monetarily wise, are they more widely known than what WWE is? No.
Well, I mean,
it's not.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I mean, because it's hard to quantify that.
It is, but
it's hard to quantify because here's the thing. I go back to a conversation that we had a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Is you look at all the millions of viewers that WWE has lost in just the past couple years.
Yeah.
Those people went somewhere.
Hulu.
But not to watch WWE.
No, but it doesn't mean they're watching wrestling anymore.
Well, and that's true. That's why I say it's hard to quantify that because you really don't know who's all watching what. Now, that being said, it's kind of hard to say that they're not very widely known on, if not as much as maybe not more than WWE, but I think you can make an argument they're just about as well known as WWE.
Well, they're the second. They're the second most popular
They're the second
promotion.
most known.
I will say, and the reason why I say, and this is just going off of my own personal experience, I see more shit on my Twitter feed.
Oh yeah.
About New Japan, Ring of Honor, now AEW, than I see anything of WWE.
I don't see anything about Ring of Honor. I never see anything.
I see it every now and then, but the main one is New Japan.
I see
I
it.
see
I
that
see it a little
shit
bit.
all over the place.
I still don't see it as much as I see WWE.
Well, then yours and my experiences are different because it's right reversed for me.
Yeah, the only person I see anything New Japan from is Gina.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just Gina. I see it from a lot of people. People in my own personal feed.
Yeah.
Um,
What's gonna happen is if Kenny Omega leaves New Japan, because that's what a lot of people around here are watching it for, that I've seen or heard. I mean, if he leaves and goes somewhere else, where's New Japan? Where's that going to leave New Japan?
Right.
And that's my thing. Now, that being said, again, like I said, where Kota Ibushi goes, Kenny Omega goes. If Kota Ibushi stays with New Japan, guess where Kenny Omega's going to go? He's going to stay with New Japan.
Yeah.
They have that bond. Them two have that bond where they will not leave each other. If he goes to All Elite, guess where Kenny Omega goes? He goes to All Elite. But let's get into that now. I mean, I want to see them succeed. Before any of this starts, I want to see them succeed. Any promotion, any wrestling program, any professional wrestling, anything, I want to see them succeed. That being said, can we slow our roll a little bit on them competing with WWE right away? I mean, give them time. They haven't even had their first match yet.
They gotta build up first.
That's my thing. Let's slow down on it's great that they're building it up, but All In was a good show. I'm not gonna sit here and shit on it. The only problem that I had with All In was the ending, because they rushed the final match. There was a couple other matches in there that I could give a shit about. They were okay. They weren't great, but it was a good show. It's better, and I said it on Twitter. It's better than a lot of shit that I have seen WWE put out this year.
Right.
Johnny had mentioned before we started the show, he said it was a test. I'll let him defend that. I personally don't think it was a test run, for the simple fact it was kind of like a challenge. If you remember in Twitter, Dave Meltzer said if they do All In, they won't be able to sell out in an hour. Or no, Cody Rhodes said if we did a show, I bet we'd sell out in an hour. And Meltzer shot back and said, I highly doubt that. They sold out in 33 minutes. So, and they put on a decent show. It was good. I'm not going to shit on it. I can't. I wouldn't say every single match on that was spectacular, because it wasn't.
No.
Again, it's like I say, the main event puts butts in the seats. But everybody thought the main event was probably going to be Cody Rhodes versus, and I think that's kind of where they failed a little bit, because that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Cody Rhodes and Aldis would have been the fucking main event.
Right.
That's where it kind of slithered off for me, because that match was actually pretty decent, even though it ended in a roll-up. Did it not, Bobbitt? You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
It ended in a roll-up, correct? At All In. The NWA World Heavyweight title match between Cody and Nick Aldis.
well,
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So here where I get into. Okay. The reason why I say it was a test run, yes, I will concede the point that it was basically to shut Dave Meltzer up. But, however, you're not going to put on that kind of a show unless you're really wanting to see something. You're just not.
Mm-hmm.
And by all objective means, whether people like the show or whether not. I'm not saying about anybody here. I'm making very generalized statements.
Mm-hmm.
Whether people like the show or not, All In was a big success.
It was.
And proved that they could do it.
Yeah.
So now you have, so what happens after it? Almost immediately after All In, there's talk of a promotion.
Yeah.
There's rumors going around. Well, guess what we have? All Elite. That's why I say this was the initial test run. Because it was to see if they could pull off a show that would be successful, and by and large it was.
Okay.
And for it being their first show, I'm gonna, you know, it's like I always say, anytime you see a first time somebody does something, I expect there to be fuck ups.
Well, of course.
And let me put it this way, going by the JP standard, if the only real problem he had with it was the way it ended, I'd say that's a pretty good first episode.
I'm not gonna lie, that's why I said. I thought it was
and
successful.
that's going by the JP standard. Now, I don't think that these guys are initially I don't think these guys are initially going to be able to compete with WWE.
No.
But, however, I am telling people right now, do not sleep on this.
I'm not. I want them to succeed. Again, I want them to succeed. I hope to God they do. Because if they do, and I'm going to say this real quick, didn't mean to interrupt. If they do succeed, WWE better fucking change their shit, or they're not going to fucking last very long at all.
No, and there's realistically 3 scenarios. It could flop.
It could.
It could flop. I think with Cody being there and I think it would be hard for them to flop hard, but that is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's with any starting business.
I'm sorry?
That's with any starting business.
Anybody starting
business. That's with any business. The second is they become a second promotion. They could become possibly the number 2, maybe the number 3, but never really get, they fill a niche market, which is a respectable old place to be at.
Right.
Now, what I'm saying, people don't sleep on it, is what I mean, do not be surprised if this thing takes off.
Well, of course, initially it's gonna take off, because that's what people want to see, somebody compete with WWE, and that's essentially what a lot of people are thinking they're going to be able to do right away.
Which, if that is the case, I mean, I'm holding a little bit back because I don't, I want to see what they do first.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know this. Dusty Rhodes was a good booker.
Yes.
And if Cody follows, maybe tweak a little bit of the mistakes that were made, you're going to get a decent product. I think a lot of people, again, not saying anybody here, I think people really underestimate Cody.
I don't know.
I really think that there's a lot of people that do.
I'm not one of those people. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because of who his dad is. But I will say this, and we talked about this earlier. With Dusty Rhodes, even though he was really good, he made some big mistakes. Like, he would hot shot, and everybody knows what hot shotting is. That's like shooting somebody to the top and then essentially not putting them over. I believe that's what hot shotting is. It's like getting them, shooting them to the top and then, it's essentially what they did to fucking Roman Reigns. They hot-shotted him.
Right.
And
Well,
look
and
what
that's what I
happened.
mean. Cody would have to tweak some of the his dad's bad habits.
Yes.
But by and large, if he kind of toned that down a little bit, I think he would be all right.
Right.
Now, here's the thing, and the one thing I know what people are saying. I know what's public knowledge. There's the one guy with the $100 million.
John Kahn, I think it is.
John Kahn.
I think is his name. He's half owner. He's the executive vice president of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, but I'm telling you, I'm telling people, do not think that there is not some other big time investors in this. And they're not being released. Especially if what I heard today is true. Now, is there the possibility of them running through their money? Yes. Is there the possibility that they are making a big mistake with it? Yes. But if there is already reports of contracts being offered to superstars that are comparable to the WWE, now we don't know what the size of those contracts are. We don't know what the money intel is involved. Two, the other thing that I didn't think about is where their merch goes to. Because how Cody and the Young Bucks made a lot of their money, they went to Pro Wrestling Tees. And that's how they've made a lot of money through their merch.
And they went to Hot Topic as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if they go the same route with their superstars, offering them to put their merch on Pro Wrestling Tees and Hot Topic, and allow them to spread their merch, it is very plausible that the statement that they can compare to WWE as far as contract acts go, I wouldn't be surprised. But I do get it that a lot of people, well, we only know about the 100 million, but I am telling you.
Don't clap back at me.
I'll clap back if you want. I want to, motherfucker. I'm telling you, in any business that I've ever seen that has started up, there is always some investors that are behind the scenes that do not want to be known.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with you. I want people. The only thing that I want to is go in this. Don't think that this is gonna be all of a sudden WWE fucking gonna be on fucking Fox, you know, whatever, and it's successful right away. It's not going to be. There's going to be some fucking fuck ups. In order for any successful business to happen, there has to be some sort of fuck up, and they will make mistakes. I guarantee it. Not every fucking promotion is perfect. Even New Japan has made some fucking mistakes.
No, well, it's like I said, I go back to what we were talking about earlier about with like TNA.
Mm-hmm.
That like as much as TNA fucking fucked up over the years, there was a time when TNA and WWE were in the same conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they ever had the viewers that WWE had.
Didn't, but at the time, TNA was getting on the rise.
Yes.
And so it was becoming that the conversation started. Now, I think where people are getting a little bit too ahead of themselves is that we don't know what the product is going to be yet.
Yes. And that's the thing. That's why I want people to be excited. Goddamn, be excited. I'm excited for it. Because if this works, like I said, maybe WWE will change. Because I enjoy all kinds of wrestling. I just don't like all the big high spots. Everybody knows that. I get that. I'm actually kind of enjoying New Japan, the Wrestle Kingdom. There really wasn't There isn't that many high spots. I will say this, though. Will Ospreay is fucking dangerous as fuck.
Well, and, you know, I wanted to kind of speak to that, is that by and large, and why I think that AEW has a good shot of doing well, is generally, I'm putting this as a very general term, generally, the style of wrestling that is popular right now, especially with your more serious fans, is the kind that you see in NXT, New Japan, Ring of Honor, and in promotions like that. That, whether we like to admit it or not, that's where the fan base is gone.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
So much so that WWE has emulated it.
Okay. Now, the reason I say what I just said, and I'm not shitting on Will Ospreay, because he didn't do it on purpose. We go back to Sasha Banks. We go back to Brie Bella. Kota Ibushi has a concussion because of Will Ospreay. Now, I don't think any of them did anything on purpose. Even Nia Jax. I still don't think that was on purpose.
Oh, good.
But to not say anything about Will Ospreay, and I'm just throwing this argument out there, and people are sitting there. I haven't heard one person bitch about fucking Will Ospreay. What's the difference? Where is the difference? Because he full on just fucking jacked Kota Ibushi right in the back of the head.
Well, no, there is no difference. There really isn't.
Right.
There really isn't. I think what you're seeing is, however, when you look at WWE and when they have their botches, I think the reason why you see a lot more of it, number one, there is a larger fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Number one.
That's true.
Number two is, now I can't speak for New Japan, so I may be totally wrong about this.
Yes, they've kind of gone back. Oh, they've backed away from the way they used to be. Like last year, they were doing all kinds of crazy stuff. They still do it in the pay-per-views, but they've kind of backed off of the way that they do stuff.
Okay,
from what I've seen.
Now here's the other thing. The amount of botches, and I bring this up for a very specific point. Now, you guys know me. I am very critical of anybody that does a bad botch. But my point has always been, when you have multiple botches within a short time span, you need to go back to the fucking drawing board.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that a lot more in WWE than, as far as I know, anywhere else.
Right.
So
I agree.
I don't condone what Will Ospreay did. It was fucked up. He doesn't need to do that again.
Yep.
However, as much as I've ever heard about Will Ospreay, this is the first one I've ever heard of.
Well, he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys. I'm not a fan of his, and I'll tell you why. Because he's one of those guys that does those really dangerous high spots to get a pop. So that's like, he's the one that did the Spanish fly up on the apron and damn near broke his fucking neck.
Ooh, that was a dangerous spot.
So it's, yeah. Hold on a second. Oh my god. So that's where I stand with Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Do I think the kid's talented? Fuck yeah, I do. But he needs to go easy. He needs to not slow down, but know his spots. because the way he went in to Kota Ibushi today, I mean, he had enough time to hold up, and he didn't. He just went full on right into it. It happened, and he knocked Kota Ibushi clean out. You could see it.
Now, to go back to the AEW thing for just a second.
Yes, please.
I think the right approach. Now, it's not true for everybody. If people want to be all in for it, then by all means, go all in for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the right approach is a cautious optimism.
That's what I have. I have a very cautious optimism. That's with anything. I'm cautiously optimistic.
But I can definitely get behind what they're trying to do.
Me too.
I can definitely get behind. Well, even with some of the names. Now, in WWE, they don't really mean a whole hill of beans. But at one time, these guys were good wrestlers. When you're talking about, there's word going around that Ty Dillinger may be going.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder. Two guys just right off the bat that are actually really good wrestlers.
Yep.
Ty Dillinger more so than Zack Ryder.
I'll agree with that.
Well, yes, I will agree with that. But in Zack Ryder's heyday, when he was getting that little push in WWE, he was very entertaining.
Yes. Completely agree.
But right now we are pretty much in the wait and see game.
Of course we are, and that's essentially what I want everybody to be is enjoy it, but don't be disappointed if it don't work. That's my thing, because it's not going to compete with WWE right away. It's not going to. Are they probably going to put? What are they going to do with the storylines? Yeah, remember, this is brand new. They have to start brand new storylines. They have to start completely fresh. What are they going to go back to? Are they going to go back to having Cody Rhodes and Kenny Omega feuding again? If he shows up? I mean, I wouldn't mind it, because that feud kind of dwindled down to boring after a while.
And then too, there's so many variables. I mean, we could see them rising as fast as WCW did.
And that's what I'm scared of. Because
sorry,
you seen where WCW rose to the top, and then they peaked, and they were kicking WWE's ass for the longest time. And then they tried catching lightning in the bottle all the fucking time, and it wasn't fucking working.
Well, and I agree. I mean, it would take, it would definitely have to be very, they would have to be careful with it, but I mean, this is one of those deals where, like, the floodgates are open at this point, and we're just waiting to see what comes through.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more. I agree 100%.
Yep.
I couldn't agree more. It's just, I want people to be careful. Don't invest your time into it until you really know. Well, I shouldn't say don't invest your time into it, because it's essentially, I probably will do the same. You never know. It might become my favorite fucking promotion. I might stop fucking watching WWE and fucking doing live reactions to fucking AEW. You never fucking know.
Yeah.
So
That would honestly be a vast improvement if that actually happened.
If what happened? Say it again. If what happened?
If we did the AEW live reactions review, if they got that good.
Yeah. That means that yeah.
And by and large, I don't think realistically people I mean, there are a few that are like saying this is going to be the death of WWE, but I think by and large, for the most part, everybody is being that cautious optimistic. Some of them are just a little bit more vocal of wanting them to succeed than others.
Yep. We'll see. That's all. I mean, they're coming. All I know is they're coming. We're gonna get it, and just be cautiously optimistic. That's all I can say.
Because all I know is there's nothing that's fucking changed with WWE. That was a load of fucking bullshit.
Let's get into that. So,
I wasted 3 hours of my life, JP.
No, I believe it. I wasted 3 hours of my life. I really did. I don't even know, man. I don't know. I could have swore I gave them a chance, and then they gave us the exact same fucking bullshit they gave us. This is how they fucking failed. And I said this last week. Why in the fuck did you tape a goddamn show after you just did a live show? That crowd, and I'm not one big into crowds, but if your crowd isn't into the fucking wrestling, how in the fuck is your audience watching on TV gonna get into it? Yeah. It makes no fucking sense to fucking do 6 hours. If anything, tape the show during your fucking live fucking events. Do it there. Does it have to be at the exact same place just because you want to? And it's fine. They got their families to go home for Christmas. They got to see their families at Christmas. But really?
Could have done it the next day. And gotten a fresh audience.
Because they taped New Year's Day that Friday and Saturday.
Christmas actually wasn't New Year's.
No, that's not what I'm saying. They taped New Year's on the shows Friday and Saturday. Why didn't they fucking do that for the Christmas shows? Why not? Why did you have to fucking tape it on fucking Monday? Why did you have to have the same fucking fans sit through the same fucking matches for 6 fucking hours?
Actually, it's even longer than that because you got main event tapings, 205 live tapings, and stuff like that from the network that goes on before Monday Night Raw happens or before SmackDown happens.
So, yeah.
So that audience is probably there for a good 9 hours.
Well, whatever. It proves my point. Why in the fuck are you doing that? This company ain't going fucking nowhere. They ain't changing shit. And there was, I think it was Gina that put out a meme or a picture and said, yeah, this is real fresh. Oh, it was the New Day thing.
Right.
They'd already done that with fucking Big Show. Yeah. They're just rehashing shit. They can't fucking think for their fucking selves. Fucking Vince McMahon needs to let these fucking writers think for their fucking selves. Don't change everything at the last fucking second just because you don't fucking like it. How do you know it's not gonna fucking work? Give me a fucking break. You are not all fucking knowing, Vince McMahon. Yes, you are a fucking genius. I will give you that. But let me tell you something, motherfucker. You're losing fucking fans over this shit. You need to fix your shit. And if this All Elite Wrestling works and they get a TV deal, you are essentially fucked. Change your shit or get the fuck out. That's all I have to fucking say about that garbage. Anybody else?
I'm just waiting for you to tell us how you really feel. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I watched Raw and SmackDown. I watched Raw. I wasn't planning on watching Raw. I was planning on taking Heather off for dinner, but I ended up staying home because the weather was shitty. I would have much rather have fucking fought traffic than fucking watched Raw. I probably would have had more fun being in a fucking ditch than fucking watching Raw. Because it was the same fucking thing again. 9 fucking hours of the same shit.
I haven't watched Raw like the past 2 weeks. I was playing video games during it. I was having a fun time.
And the funny thing is I don't think Vince really gives a shit about All Elite Wrestling. Gina just put in the chat, WWE's keeping a very close eye on it. I don't think Vince gives a shit. He should.
I don't think it's Vince that's going to keep an eye on it, but it might be Triple H.
There might be Triple H and Stephanie, but Vince isn't going to keep an eye on it. You got to remember, Vince is the one that fucking runs everything. Mm-hmm. But people like to believe it or not, Vince runs the fucking show. And if Triple H and Stephanie, if Triple H is running these shows, then nothing's going to fucking change.
Well, we already know it's going to be hard to change anything with the WWE because Kevin Dunn is part owner.
So, I mean, I watched Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown was a little better, but it wasn't great. Next week, they should essentially start their fucking build to fucking Royal Rumble. They have almost an entire fucking month.
Right.
Well, here's something telling. They're still losing viewers.
Yes. Well, it's because they gave us the same shit for
4 weeks in a row.
4 weeks in a row. Well, 3 weeks in a row. They gave us the same shit. Well, they've given us the same shit for fucking almost for 52 fucking weeks. To be honest with you, it's the same fucking shit. But I think Triple H, if he wants to succeed, he better pay attention to All Elite. His fucking WWE, I can tell you right fucking now, and it's out there already, that Vince McMahon offered Kenny Omega a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract already. Don't be surprised that he is going to make him the highest paid wrestler in WWE, just to have him, so that he doesn't go to All Elite. Is it going to work? I don't know. But like I said, it's up to it's Kota Ibushi. It's all about Kota Ibushi.
Well, and here's the thing, and I hate to say this, but you know what? People said that they would not do the shit to AJ that they did to AJ.
Yeah?
Don't be surprised if Kenny Omega went to WWE that they don't fucking ruin him. Don't be surprised.
I think they'll push him like they pushed AJ.
But that's my point. They effectively ruined AJ.
Yeah. I mean, it was working for a while, but now as of lately, yeah. I will agree.
Because as a whole, I'm sorry to say it, people are going to be mad at me about it. I don't give a fuck. AJ was a boring champion.
All right. I'm not saying he wasn't. I like his wrestling style, but yeah. Actually, I like Shinsuke better, but whatever.
So I'm just saying, you know what? When AJ came to WWE, guess what everybody was saying? Oh, there's no way they're going to do that to AJ. There's no way they're going to ruin AJ. They won't dare do that. Well, guess what fucking happened?
Yep. So Merge said, I don't know, wonder how much actual interest Fox has in WWE after the past 4 weeks. And it was last week we talked about, right, Bobbitt? And I said there has been no fucking change. And I can't remember who it was, but Fox wants to be more like kind of what New Japan is doing. Telling you right now.
Yep.
I'm telling you right fucking now, that will not work. Because Vince don't want to do it. Vince won't change shit. If they're interested, they wouldn't have given him fucking $1 billion if they weren't interested, Merch. But just to have them change it to like a sports type thing, is, yeah, good luck with that. Because WWE fans are used to certain things, and those casuals are not going to get what you're fucking wanting them to do. Because they don't watch a New Japan. They don't know what the fuck New Japan does. So, WWE or Fox is interested in WWE, but I don't think they're going to be able to do what WWE or Fox wants them to do.
I see Fox letting WWE go.
Me too. I don't think it's going to work. Because you know Fox is all about the sports thing. They want it to be like UFC.
They want it more realistic.
Yes. They want more realistic, more sports. They want them to cut out the storyline stuff. Not to say that they can't have storylines.
They want less of it, less.
But
promos,
they want less
talking.
promos and less talking. They want more wrestling. More sports like New Japan, what New Japan does. So we'll see. I don't know what they're going to do, but I don't see them changing one bit.
No, and I don't see them staying at Fox for very long.
Nope.
I can very realistically see 1, maybe 2 years.
Yeah, but they have 5 years, but I don't see them staying there for them 5 years.
No, I don't see them staying there for that long.
Merge, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far to say that New Japan is what WWE used to be. No, not even fucking close.
Not yet, anyway.
No, they will never go that far. That was a totally different fucking time, dude. What they did in the 1997 to 2000 will never be. New Japan will never go that far.
I think he's talking more with popularity and the way things are going with the company in and of itself.
This is exactly what I'm saying. It's a totally different time back then. He's essentially saying what WWE is WCW now, or was WCW then. What New Japan is now is what WWE was. No, I disagree. So
where'd it go?
That's all I have. I don't know what else. What else is there, Bobbitt?
You know how long Bobbitt's streaming for?
What?
You know how long Bobbitt's streaming for?
Just about an hour.
Almost an hour, like 40, like 50 minutes.
Well, Merge, you are right. I mean, WWE has effectively become what WCW was.
New Japan is not what WWE was. No, not even close. Two totally different entities, two totally different companies.
I do want to mention my opinions about the main event.
We're watching it right now. We're actually watching it right now, Gina.
I could have answered during the chat so you didn't cut off Bobbitt.
Go ahead, Bobbitt. Sorry.
Okay. And then, I just looked, there's no new news, so I'll give my thoughts, and if y'all have anything else, we'll just end the show there.
Do you want to give your thoughts on Wrestle Kingdom? I thought that's what you said you wanted to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk about after that, though.
After that, ending the show is fine, Bobbitt.
Yeah.
Johnny, do you have anything else? Is there anything else you want to say?
I have nothing else.
Like I said, I don't want to see all elite wrestling fail. Everybody, and I'm pretty sure there's some people out there saying, I think JP really wants this to fail. I don't want it to fail. Tell her the junior heavyweight title match. yeah, I want it to succeed just as much as the next person. Whatever promotion is out there, because my daughter, I'm going to try to get my daughter into this stuff. And that might be the promotion that carries her into the next generation. I would not mind that if it's successful. WWE needs competition. It's going to take a while for All Elite to get there, but if done right, they can do it. And I have full faith that they can. Because Cody isn't going to wrestle forever. You know, I mean, I could see Cody, if this thing gets enough traction, Cody wrestling for a few more years and essentially becoming a booker. Essentially becoming a booker. Like his dad was. And just coming back and having matches here and matches there. So, but that's all I have. Johnny, any final thoughts on All Elite and what we've talked about today?
No, I really don't have anything more to add.
Okay. Okay. All right, Bobbitt. It's all about you, brother. Now keep in mind, I haven't watched the show. I do know what happens, but I haven't watched the show.
Okay, I'm going to keep it as spoiler free as I can.
Well, that would be a good idea.
So, I thought Wrestle Kingdom was good. It wasn't as good as last year's, especially with the hard low, the matches before the Okada Jay White match. I thought was, I mean, it was good, but it wasn't as good as it was last year's. Okada Jay White was really good. A lot of good spots and stuff. A lot of holy shit moments. Jericho versus Naito was really fucking good. You saw the best out of both of them in that match, which is anytime you get the best of Chris Jericho, you know it's going to be a good match. And yes, as Gina can attest, I did fall asleep during that match somewhat.
But
I also fell asleep during the main event too.
Well, I fell asleep during the Okada Omega match, the best of three, the best 2 out of 3. I fell asleep during that one because it did have a lull in there.
You got to keep in mind, it was also at 6 o'clock in the morning too.
And you probably didn't go to sleep until. Yeah. No, I get it, man.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch it more. I want to know more in depth with those matches once they air on Access, and I can actually sit down and watch it.
Gina just said you passed out on us, Bobbitt.
I did.
Although I did see a really funny tweet.
Yeah.
Before coming on, Vince Russo basically put, if you're getting up at 3 a.m. in the morning to watch grown men fake fight, you would be called a mark. And Bully Ray replied, with all due respect, sir, ECW was on at 2 a.m.
Right? Yep. Totally understand what you're saying. That is actually... No, so she knew you fell asleep. I thought she didn't know. Okay. All right. But anyway, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah. Good night. Well, it was a good card. Can't wait to watch it on Access and glorious high definition because I totally missed Omega's entrance. I want to go back and watch that for sure because
it's on YouTube already. In fact, the heavyweight
Omega's got a Undertale entrance, And like I watched the beginning video up because he posted it on Being the Elite channel, and continuation was during Wrestle Kingdom, and I totally fell asleep during that, so I need to go back. I want to go watch that.
Right.
It's was awesome.
Okay. We're now on the Jay White versus Okada match. That's where I'm at.
It's a good match.
Is it?
You're not gonna be disappointed. It's
Well,
good.
Okada is one of my favorite wrestlers, so. Everybody says Jay White is boring. I've never seen him have a boring match yet. I really haven't. I like Jay White. I think he's got a lot of potential, and he's young. He has a lot of potential. So, we'll see.
So, with nobody else having anything, we can end it here. Wish everybody a good night. Have fun. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't drive while high. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.
What the fuck do you mean I can't drive high? What the fuck, man? No, I'm just kidding.